afluisteren van de Russische militairen begint op de campus van de Universiteit Twente. Pieter Tjerk de Boer bedacht en ontwikkelde de apparatuur die daarvoor nodig is.
Dat is dus de antenne. Het is eigenlijk alleen het bovenste stukje ervan. Dat is de eigenlijke actieve antenne. En die ontvangt alles in het hele lange midden- en korte golfgebied.
Jurnan is achtbaan-expert en groot pretparkfan. Hoeveel achtbanen ben je geweest?
Bijna 600 verschillende. We gaan nu de eerste afdaling in. Je voelt je uit je stoeltje komen. Oh. En hier heel zwaar. Ja.
Dus wat we nu maken is in die 4,6 miljard jaar dat de aarde bestaat nog nooit ergens geweest.
Wow. Maar het is echt met gassen, explosies, lage temperaturen. Het is best wel gevaarlijk en heel erg moeilijk.
Well, that is a big challenge, you know, and even our humanitarian support in the aftermath of disasters is under heavy strain. We're not reaching all of the people that are in need of help, and we're struggling to cope with the rising toll of all these events around the world.
Why do I do that? I just keep... I did my PhD about authoritarian governments using digital technologies for surveillance of their citizens and controlling political and social movements. And I specifically worked on Iran, and my case study was about the way that the Iranian government was using CCTV cameras footage for controlling women's hijab. At the time when I did the research 3 years ago, everybody thought this is sci-fi, this is never going to happen. And interestingly, at the beginning of September, there was a fight between two women in a bus. And one of them didn't want to have her hijab on, and the other one was complaining about it. And all the women on the bus sort of collectively threw out the other woman out. And after 6 to 10 hours, the woman was arrested. So a Guardian reporter found out about my research at the beginning of September and interviewed me. And this interview was translated to so many languages I've lost that count. This caused a series of other interviews by other newspapers and TV stations, radios, and so on.
Thank you to you both for joining us. Azadeh, I want to start with you. First of all, talk us through how widespread these restrictions are in Iran.
Thank you, Emily, for having me. The state of internet shutdown is the continuation of decades of internet filtering in Iran. So I got interviewed by many media outlets, but I wanted to write a complete piece about what's going on in Iran. And in The Guardian, I published an opinion piece about internet shutdowns, and it also went really viral in just half an hour. I think the piece was also very influential in getting some policy-making attention. My research is also being picked up by policy-making bodies, and that's the most important part for me.
Yeah, so I was invited to the NOS Jeugdjournaal, which is the main news program for Dutch children.
Wat we hier precies doen is de golven opzoeken eigenlijk. We testen zelf altijd in Enschede bij het Twente-kanaal, dat is redelijk vlak water. En hier heb je met de scheepvaart die hier rondgaat sowieso al en de wind heb je hier toch wat uitdagender water.
So together with the Soloboat Twente team, we were at the Ketelmeer to do some testing with our boat to see if we were prepared for Monaco, the big race. And because there was quite a lot of people watching us to see what we were doing and of course see the solar-powered boat, which isn't something you see every day, which made me think like this should be broadcasted. And so I contacted the local news channel, Omroep Flevoland, and they did an interview with me, they took some shots, and a day later I saw the same shots coming back on the Jeugdjournaal, so that's really cool of course.
De vleugels moeten de boot dus bijna laten vliegen. Hoe minder het water wordt aangeraakt, hoe sneller hij is.
Yes, my advice would be for the new members of the student teams, trust in your story. Every single team at the UT, you have a really good story to tell. It's amazing to hear, and I'm confident that the media wants to hear it.